Hello. I am going to show you guys how to move your artboard from Adobe Illustrator to take your Valentine and put it into iPhoto to build a slideshow that will come out as a movie whenever you send it. All right, so the first thing we're going to do in Adobe Illustrator, you're going to go to File, if you haven't done this already, Save As, and you're going to save this as an Adobe PDF. It's right down here, okay? Adobe PDF. Make sure you save it. Let's see, on your desktop. You can find that right there, there. Put it on your desktop. Okay, we're going to call this by the period, last first name, Valentine. So if yours is 2, for instance, 2, last first Valentine. That's always the way you name your files. Save it on the desktop. Okay, that's good. And once again, we get this screen, save as a PDF. Now we're going to close out of Illustrator. Okay. And here we have our PDF on the screen, on the desktop. I'm going to open it by double-clicking, and that opens me up to Acrobat. And what I want to do here is I'm going to save this as image JPEG. So the only reason that we saved this as a PDF was so that we could open it in Acrobat and save it as a JPEG, because we need the JPEG for iPhoto. So go ahead and save. There it is, JPEG. I save it on the desktop as a JPEG. Here we go, format JPEG. All right, in case you don't have that, there you go. You just dial it up, JPEG, and then we're going to save on the desktop. Okay, so we can close this. So now we have the JPEG on the desktop. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this PDF. I won't need that. Okay, here we go, JPEG. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag it into, just by clicking and dragging, I'm going to drag it into iPhoto. If you don't have iPhoto, let me show you where iPhoto is. It's right, should be on your dock. If it's not on your dock, you can put it on your dock by doing this. I'm going to click on the desktop, anywhere in the area, the sky there. Go Applications. So open up your applications, scroll down to iPhoto, and then take iPhoto, click and drag iPhoto over into your dock, and then release. All right, I'm not going to do that because I've already done it. All right, but I am going to drag the JPEG over here into iPhoto, release it, and that automatically will load it into iPhoto, and iPhoto will open, and it will show us sorry about that. Let me move this up a little bit because I don't think you can see it in your screen. Okay, there we go. So here we have iPhoto, and we have, let's see, let me go back to the last import, which is this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the JPEG that I just imported here. I'm going to click on it, okay, so it's chosen. Then I'm going to go to File, New Slideshow. And this is going to come up. Now there's a couple things we want to do right off the bat to fix this situation. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go to Settings. So in Settings, what I want to do, I'm in this. Say I'm in All Slides. Let me pull this down so you can see. This says Slideshow Settings. I'm in All Slides. I want to play each slide for a minimum of, I'm going to change this to 180 seconds. 180, that's 3 minutes, right? And since most songs are about 3 minutes long, that should cover it. Then I'm going to go down here. I do not want to show the title slide, so I uncheck that. I don't want to repeat the slideshow. Okay, so that's it. Then let's go to this slide. And on this slide, we want to make sure that we play this slide for 180 seconds. I've set that. play this slide for 180 seconds. Well, I'm quibbling here. All right, there it is. And make sure that if this is checked, Ken Burns, that you uncheck it. Do not let it go on Ken Burns or any effect there, because what it'll do is it'll start zooming, and that'll be really distracting for your Valentine. Okay, so that's all for the slideshow settings. Now we just got to put the music in. So we go right here to music, open music, and we have the source. We change the source to iTunes, okay? Then you can find in iTunes the theme that you're looking for. Let's see. Could do a little do a little Dinah Washington here, and I see that is 18 seconds. That's a download, so I don't need to do that. I'll put it on never mind. It's not the point, is that I put it on something that I've chosen, and then I choose. Okay? Now I can watch the show before I download it, and notice that what I've got here is a slideshow entitled February 12, 2014. Okay, I can change that later. Let's watch the show and see if it works.
The leaves are brown.
Okay, so it looks like it's going to work. I hit escape. And now what I want to do is export this show, but I'm going to name it. I'm going to name it period, whatever period you're in, last, first name, Valentine, right? And going to export it. I choose the export box down here, and I'm going to not automatically send it to iTunes unless you want it to go to your iTunes. This is going to be a movie. I'm going to choose mobile, which is the smallest of the files, and that's what I'm going to export. It's going to ask me where I want to export it to. Rather than say iPhoto slideshows, I am going to export it to desktop. Where's desktop? Right here. So I just click on it to desktop. Okay. That way I can see it when it comes up. And then I'm going to click OK, and we begin exporting the slideshow. Now, this could take you a little while. And probably will. All right, so there it's beginning, starting to export. When you're done with this, what you're going to have is an M4V file. All right, it's going to be on your desktop, and that is what you're going to attach to the email that you send to me, or that you send to anybody for Valentine's Day. This will be an attachment, this particular movie. So send that to me at cartermeta@gmail.com, and that should take care of it. Now, those of you who actually want to stand around or continue to wait and see this when it comes out, you're welcome to do that, and I will continue to vamp. That's what it's called when we keep up dead airspace while we're waiting on an export, on a slideshow to export. So the reason we put it in iPhoto rather than iMovie is because it tends to make a smaller file. And anything under 25 megabytes you can send as an email. All right, so that's why we're doing this. We could have made an iMovie, and that would have been a little more elaborate and possibly would have taken up more space. Since all we really need is this show, just this picture, I didn't see any sense in making it more complicated than it needed to be. So now it's saving the slideshow. And notice right here that I've got, this is the beginning of a QuickTime movie. So it's going to be called what I named it, To Last First Valentine. And it's an M4V file. Most people have the QuickTime application in their computers, whether they have a Mac or a PC. So usually, most anybody can look at this movie. We will hope. There will be some people who may say, I wasn't able to watch the movie you sent me. That doesn't happen as much these days as it did back, when we first started, playing with email, maybe about even 6, 7 years ago. Here we go. The leaves of brown came tumbling down, remember that September in the rain. The sun went out just like a dying ember. If anybody's still watching this, I gotta wonder. This is taking forever. God, I can't imagine what it would have been like if it had been a complicated show with more than one slide. Okay, so there it is. Now I should be able to close out of iPhoto here and watch the movie, which is right here. Let's see how it stacks up. All right, so somebody's going to get this. They can open it up if they want and then watch. Of course, it'll have your message on it, and it'll be a lot more personal than this one. Anyway, that's it. Have fun.